What you see on your screen in front of you is the website that comes with the new version 11 Web Manager. The Web Manager is the piece of our new software that puts almost all of our backup server controls onto the web. These are the controls that were previously on the RBS Manager program, the console application. Now they're still there, but in addition, you can also access them over the web with this new Web Manager. Let me show you around the website first. This is a fully configurable website that you're welcome to use for your own business if you want. It's all HTML with a little bit of Flash here in the middle, and you can change the picture here, and you can also change all the text over here. It has a home page, which is the one that we're looking at here, and it has a products page, which you can edit. You change all of this. It has a Buy Now button. And when you click the Buy Now button, it lists the items that that customers can buy from you. And here they are. There are 4 of them. This page is part of the e-commerce plugin and not included in the Web Manager. I'm going to show you how we define these items a little bit later. But for now, it's really simple. For a user to buy any of these items, they can just click the Buy Now button, and it switches them to this secure form where they can enter their username, password, all of their standard information, and they can read the terms of the license agreement. And note that in the license agreement, your company name is there. It's put there dynamically. I'll show you how to add that later. They read the license agreement and click I accept the terms and conditions, and it downloads their software. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a minute. There's also a way to sign into the user's account. Users can sign in with their account name here and account password. Also, your group managers can sign in with their group name and group password. And as an admin, you can sign on here. I'm going to show you that in a minute, too, as soon as we get through looking through the rest of the site here. There's a page for support. There's a page for About Us. And then there's a page to list your free trials. If you've read our documentation, if you read our announcements, you know that our backup version 11 now has 3 versions of the software. Previous versions, versions 10 and prior, only had one edition of the server, of the client software, and that backed up Windows servers. It had all of the agents built in for Exchange, SQL Server, System State Active Directory, SharePoint, and all the rest of them. And they were all active. Now, you had the ability with the Client Locks feature to turn any of those on and off. And you still can do that. However, we've also added 2 other editions. There's the server edition, which is the same software that you're used to. Then there's the workstation edition, or desktop edition, which backs up Windows desktop computers. It will not install on server operating systems, and it has all the features turned on except support for Exchange, Active Directory, and SharePoint. So this one is designed for Windows workstations and desktops. And then there's a 3rd edition of the client software called the Personal Edition, which uses, it has almost everything turned off. It's got Exchange turned off, SQL Server, System State Active Directory, SharePoint, Bit Backup is turned off, Copy to Disk is turned off, Delete Files from the server is turned off, Advanced Interface, Maps Drive Support, File Selection Interface, Multiple Backup Sets, and a few other things. This one is designed for you to be able to distribute for laptops and personal computers at a very inexpensive price. And here's how we've made these less expensive. Version 10 and before sold the software as clients or as users. So if you bought a 100 user system from us, 100 client system, that was enough to back up 100 Windows servers. And some people distributed that server software to personal users, and some distributed it to desktop users. Well, we had a lot of requests, and we decided that what we'd do is instead of we would change the way that we license the software. So in version 11, the licensing system is being changed from clients to credits. where each of these additions that you distribute uses a different number of credits on your server. Each credit that you have now will be converted, each user or client license that you have now will be converted to 4 credits. That's equivalent to 1 Windows server. So whenever you distribute, so if you've got a 100 client version of the software now, when you upgrade to version 11, you'll get it'll be converted to a 400 credit version. 400 credits, exactly the same number of user licenses, since a Windows Server edition of the client will use up 4 credits. When you distribute a Windows Server edition, it uses 4 credits. When you distribute a Workstation edition, it uses 2 credits. And when you distribute a Personal edition, it uses 1 credit. So as you can see, you get to distribute a lot more client software and at a more affordable price. So the Personal edition software will cost you 1/4 the amount of what you're currently paying for the Server edition. In addition to this, version 11 also gives you free trial accounts. This is something that people have asked us for a long time. Previous to this, if you wanted to give people free trials, you would have to give them, you would use 1 client license on your server for the duration of the trial. We had trial accounts built in, but they weren't free to you. The trial accounts now are free to you, and they're free in the amount of half of the number of credits that your RBS server has. So in my example of a 100 user version that upgrades to version 11 and becomes a 400 credit version, we're going to also add 200 additional credits which you can use for trial accounts, and that's free of charge. And your server will manage the trial credits and the live credits. The trial credits will always be equal to half the number of live credits that you have available to you. So in that 100 credit software, you're going to have 200 credits of trial accounts and 400 credits for live accounts, for a total of 600 credits. Trial accounts and live accounts recycle just like they always have. So when you remove a server trial account, that's going to add 4 trial credits back to your pool. Now, if anybody has any questions about that, just click your raise hand button there, and I'll be happy to explain it to you. Let me go ahead then and show you the rest of this. I'm going to show you, what are we going to do first? Let's buy something first. Okay, here's the end user's experience when he goes to this system to buy something. He clicks here. He clicks, oh, let's buy this one. Okay. I'm going to enter a username and password. You can see that it tells me as you type the password, it tells you whether it's strong or weak. And fill in all these blanks. Tennessee, Memphis, 38028, 901 405 1234. And you can click the billing information here. It's the same. And you can pay by Visa card, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, or PayPal. I'm going to show you in a minute there are other ways that you can pay too. And I'll enter a fake credit card number and set it for to expire in, I don't know, September of 2011. And I agree to the terms of the license agreement and click there. Okay, at this point, the e-commerce plugin in the background is taking a look at all of the defaults that you have previously set for your client installers, and I'm going to show you how to do that as soon as we've done this. It is building a client installer. It's already built it. It's created the user account, and now I can click here to download the installer. And I'm going to save the installer. This will also, if you've got a digital signature, this will also, if you've got a digital code signing certificate, this will also code sign your executable. It's downloading an executable called setup.exe, and that contains all of your customized and branded client software stuff. It also includes all of the default settings that I'm going to show you how to set up in just a minute. And all your customer needs to do to run that is just download it and run it. Okay, I'm going to cancel this download because I've already got it installed. And now let me just do a backup here. First, I'm going to log in. I'm going to do a backup and do a restore and show you what that looks like. Okay, to log in as administrator, you log in here. You type admin, which is whatever your administrator login is. This is the admin console. It first starts up with an overview of your server. It shows you a layout of how your credits are being used right now. For example, this one has a total of 4,400 credits available. We've used 66 credits, and we have 4,334 credits left to use. This is the distribution of those credits. We've got 52 of them used for live server accounts, 4 of them used for server trials, 4 of them used for personal trials, and 6 of them used for desktop trials. The next graph shows client activity over the past 24-hour period. This is so that you can get a look hour by hour of how busy your RBS server is. And you can also look at it weekly and monthly. It's cool, huh? Okay, now this one, a lot of people have been asking for this one. This is an at-a-glance view of the successes, missed backups, failed backups, and over quotas for the past several days. So this is the one that most people are going to want to come in and look at first thing in the morning. You just open it up and have a look at that, and it tells you how your last night's backups went at a quick glance. You can also look at over the past 3 days and over the past 7 days. In addition to this, there's a more detailed executive summary report. But this is just a quick glance. So if you come in the morning and you see that you've got a bunch of missed backups, you're going to want to go to the executive summary report and see who missed and why. Joe, what can I do for you?
I have a question about the if you're virtually hosting, are all of these features going to be available?
Not yet, Joe. These features are going to be migrated to the virtual hosting environment probably within the next 2 months.
Gotcha. Okay.
Is that all?
That's it.
Okay, super. Okay. Let's see. Let me show you around. Well, let me show you the monitor. Let's do a backup with the software that I just downloaded. This has a really neat monitor that you're going to like. Here, I've already pre-selected some files for backup, so let me just back those up now. There's about 50 files in this backup. Okay, it's going. Backup's going off screen. Let me move that off screen and minimize that because I want you to see what's going on right here. This is the new Web Manager's monitor system. So as backups run, you can. This is all Ajax-y. It's all Ajax-driven. It's really cool stuff, and it shows you in real time the username, the connect time, the number of files transferred, the bytes transferred, the original size. Got the client version of the software, total bytes, and you've got an actual progress bar going on here. So if you've got 10 or 12 or 14 or hopefully thousands logging in all at one time, you'll have thousands of bar graphs going all at once. And I'll drag this back on screen. This is the local progress. So you can see this is finished now, and that's finished there. That was a backup. Yes, Matthew Pringle.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well. My quick question for the actual thing you just displayed is, can we see the number of files that are backed up and the total number of files so we could tell how far the client is into their backup?
Let's have a look at it again. Okay, I'm starting the backup again. I'm going to drag that off the screen.
And you can see on the client can see how far they are. Like we have a lot of clients that are saying that, you know, it's at 50 of 3,000.
Mm-hmm.
And
put this back on screen so you can see. It looks like you can. This graph is tracking this one.
Okay.
So the transfer progress here should lag the transfer process by about 5 seconds. I think this screen refreshes every 5 seconds. So yeah, you can.
Under the files transferred, is it possible to add in where it says 41 now, put a slash and then the total number of files?
I don't know. I'll make a note of that. There are a lot of things that you may see here that you'd like to have changed. Keep in mind that this is the first version of our web manager, and there are some things that you may want to see in it. I have, and also what you're looking at hasn't been released yet, so it may make it into the release. You are looking at what we're currently working on, and we've only put about 2/3 of the features into it so far. So you're not seeing another third of features that will be in here by the time this rolls out. However, I don't think that's one of them. We may have to wait until the maintenance release for that, which we expect a maintenance release with some of your great ideas, maybe within 2 months of release.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. So you've got that live monitor. Let me show you around the system. You can manage account groups. Account groups are groups of users that can be clumped all into one account for management, and you can assign a different login for each account group. So you could have users. For example, if you had a company with 100 laptops and you want to have the IT guy in that company manage the 100 laptops, you can give him his own login, assign his own group, and he can monitor and manage his own users. And here's how you manage users. Let me take one more question here. Hi, Wayne.
Yeah, I make an assumption, but I thought I'd better ask. This version still supports the bit backup, right?
Oh, sure, it does. We haven't removed anything from this.
Okay, I didn't think so, but just in case.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
So when you're logged in, it depends on who you're logged in as to what you see on screen. So I'm currently logged in as administrator, so I get to see everything. I get to see all the account groups and all the users. Users can be edited. Users can be deleted. You can check the usage on users. Let's have a look at the account I've been messing with here for a while. Let me go ahead and expand this so I can find me. It's Rob4, this one right here. Let's look at Rob4 usage. There we go. So these are all this is the user session report. These reports are all live, and so you can run these anytime you want online. You can also edit users. Click this button to edit. And you can change anything about them. You can change their quotas. This one is set for 10 gigabytes of quota, or you could set it to unlimited. You can set the edition from server, personal, or desktop. You can set a trial version. You can increase the trial count from 14 days up to 30. I don't think I told you this a minute ago when I was talking about trial accounts, but the limits on trial accounts are this, 1 to 30 days and up to 10 gigabytes. You can set your trial accounts to be anywhere below those two numbers, below 30 days or below 10 gigabytes. Let's see. Let's take a look at all the reports you can do. There's a user summary report. The user summary report, well, it's just what it says. It's a list user summary. It's got a date range. It's got an account. You can look at different groups. You can filter by different users. And you can also take a look at the sessions here. Matthew, do you have a question?
Yeah, I do. Under that thing we're just looking at with regards to editing users and changing their account group or changing their server, workstation, and personal,
Yes.
If you already have the software installed for that user on a workstation or on a server, and they're set as server, and then you change it to workstation, what happens?
I'm going to get you an answer to that because I wondered that at the same time. Just give me a second. Hold on. Okay, unbelievable. Yes, you can. So if you deploy a server version, if you deploy a desktop version, and then a customer, here, let's look at an example. All right, so this customer's got a server version. If you want to downgrade him after installation to a desktop edition, you can.
Okay, but what happens to the install on the server then, because it doesn't install on servers?
The way it works is this. Every client that you distribute has all of the server features. All of the server backup features, even the personal does. But when they log in, they check to see what version they're supposed to have, and they turn off some features.
Okay.
So if you wanted to change this particular one from a server to a laptop, he's a server now, but next time he logs in, he's going to pick up the feature set for the personal edition and start operating as a personal edition.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Okay, so the reports, there's a user session report. These are many of the same reports that you have already in the RBS Manager, but they're just easier on the eyes here. You can also click here to print any of these reports, or you can click here to export any of them to Excel. There's a disk resources report, which shows you the disk space used by each of these users. Hey, Joe, do you have another question?
Yeah, this has to do with if a trial is installed and then they decide they want to purchase it. How is that handled?
When they can go online and purchase it, and they can also and you can change it manually just by changing it from a trial
right
to live like this. You just
but will the system automatically at the end of the trial prompt them to your trial is ending?
Yes.
Okay.
It will.
Okay.
Just like you think it should.
Okay. Okay.
All righty, good. Okay. Okay, back to the reports. Okay, so then that was a disk resources report that tells you what resources people are using on your drives. For example, this user A-test has 11 files on the drive using 0%, well, a very small percentage of his quota. And the native file size is 10.63 KB. Let's go look at a couple of others here. Okay, here's the one that I've been using. So this is Rob4 username. Total number of files I've stored is this many, 1663. Total file size is 30.71 megabytes. I'm using 0.11% of my quota, and I've got 32.94 megabytes stored. That's native file size. There's a simple user listing, which shows all of your users, and you can check here for their usage, and you can check here to see their specifics about them, about their accounts. And then there's the executive summary report. The executive summary report is not complete on this edition that I'm showing you right now. I will tell you what's going to be on it. This executive summary report lists by day or week or month or custom date the events that have happened on your RBS server that are noteworthy. And it's sorted in order of most critical to least critical. So when you see this report, it'll be a columnar report with usernames. The event name, like missed backup, will be first because that's the most critical, and then after that there'll be failed backups, and then after that there'll be new users and etc. Those will be listed in that order, and it'll be very quick to look at. So this is one of those reports similar to the dashboard that you'll want to come in the morning and just take a quick glance at. That's what it's an executive summary. It's designed for you to be able to take a quick glance at your whole business in one screen to see how things are going. Now, let me show you some cool things about how the setup works. The e-commerce plugin has a coupon manager built into it. This is real neat. So you'll be able to assign coupons, and in this case, we've got a coupon called 20 off, which is good for a discount of 20% on this plan. And you can also define a date range for this coupon. So if I wanted to run a special sale for July only, I could establish a coupon called ABCDE right here. I could apply it to this plan. I could tell it it's a 20% off, and it's good from July 1st to July 31st. Is there a July 31st? According to this, there's a July 32nd. It's funny. Okay, so anyway, you get the idea. So that way, now, I think you noticed on the order screen when I showed it to you before, there was a place for a coupon, and that's where they type in this coupon code. Just type that in there, and that'll give them their 20% off on that order. This is where you customize the client installer. We've moved all this to the web interface, so you can customize the installer. You can upload your new, you can install your new splash screens here. Let me show you how to preview that. So if you want to replace this graphic with your own, all you do is just browse for it and upload it, and it replaces it. Likewise, you can replace this graphic. These are all graphics that show up in the client software after you distribute it. So when you replace these, they get burned into that exe setup file that I showed you earlier. There are a lot of things that you can change about the client software. All this text can be changed. You can change the product name, make the software a different name. You can add your own company name here. You can add this goes up in the screen captions. Oh, there's many things you can change. Many text items that you can change and rename. Joe, how you doing?
Yeah, with when you have multiple account groups, does this handle that?
Yes, it does.
So you have multiple online installers per account group?
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
So let's see. And next, there are two screens for this, and these are for the plans. So the second screen is plan by plan. These are your file locks. This is your encryption method for this particular installer. And then there are also other advanced options here that you can have a look at. Install the Open Files agent, install as a Windows service, all of this stuff. So again, what we're doing with this screen is, and the other screens under this menu choice, is we're customizing your client installers. You can change maybe 300 points about the installers to customize and brand these things. You can set all kinds of defaults for schedules and file selections and many things. Let's have a look at the email notification system. This has been advanced from the version 10. With the email notification system, you set your SMTP server here. This is your mail server. You can also, so that's the thing that sends your emails. Here's where you edit the email notifications. And I'll show you some of these. I'll drag some on screen and show you just a minute. The successful backup notification. This notification is sent out when there's a successful backup. It's sent out from this address with a carbon copy to this address. You can also opt to attach the log to the file. And let's edit the template. Here's what the template looks like. This is the email that's going to be sent out. Now let me go over here and grab that email and drag it on screen to show you what it looks like. This is the email that this template generates. It's all colorful. It's HTML. It's all customizable. This graphic, you can change this graphic if you want. This says your online backup, daily backup, completed successfully on Friday, June 11th, 2010. at this time. It backed up one file and sent a total of 180 bytes, and it tells your account how much your account is using. This is all customizable in here. So you can, all you have to do to change that email is to change this template. It can also send an email for failed backup notification and missed backup notification if you go over quota. If a new user logs into your system, if you sign up a new user, the service provider will get this email. Let me drag this one on screen. Service provider gets this email, which contains, it's a text-based email, which contains all of the info about the new user. And the new user gets this email, which is HTML and all graphical and pretty, and you can edit this any way you want. You can put in your company name and instructions on how to get technical support and a number of things. Matthew, how are you?
Good. Just a quick question on the successful email. It's still going to go in the megabytes, gigabytes stuff. It's not going to all be in bytes, right?
Right. If it's kilobytes, it says KB, and if it's megabytes, it says MB all the way up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, those are the email notifications. Let's see, what else do we have? Email notifications. There's an email notification that gets sent out when storage plan changes. The users have the ability to log in and change their storage plan. And if a user wants to cancel his account, there's also a cancellation email that goes out. Joe.
Quick question. When you're editing the email templates, is there a place to click to view what you've done?
Great idea. No, there's not.
Okay.
You have to send it. So you can
Okay.
you can click this try test email,
Okay.
and that'll send you a copy.
Okay, but there's no way to actively look at it and say, okay, I got it right.
I don't think so. I think it's a great idea though to add a WYSIWYG editor in there, because some people don't know how to run HTML.
Yeah.
We're getting fewer and farther between. Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that's how to do that. All right, so those are the email notifications. And there's also an email notification log. This is another one of those reports. If you're using all the email notifications, you may want to log in and look at your daily report. So just click this, and this shows you, in addition to the admin console and the executive summary report, you can also have a look at this, which is just a listing of all of the notifications that have gone out over the past period of time. And you can view that by username, people who've received it. You can view it by notification type. You can view it by a time period too. Broadcast email is a relatively new feature. It was in version 10.2. But this allows you to broadcast an email to every one of your users. So you can say it's from, you can say a subject, and you can also include an attachment if you want to. This would be for sale announcements or for service notifications or just about anything. It's just a broadcast email feature. Okay, let's see. Setup. Payment gateway setup. The system currently supports 5 different payment gateways. They are PayPal Express, Authorize.net, PayFlow Pro, and two built-in things called BillMe and offline credit card processing. Now, depending on which, and you can use any or all of these that you want, depending on which ones are active, shown by the green or the red button here. This is what shows up on the checkout form. Now let me get a checkout form up on screen. Buy now. And let me get one that will show these things. Okay. Currently, now back to the admin interface on this one. All right, currently we have turned on PayPal Express Checkout and offline credit card processing. Therefore, when the system displays the order screen, it shows you the credit card section and the PayPal section, because that's what we've got turned on over here, credit cards and PayPal. You can only have one credit card processing gateway on at a time, so you can use either Authorize.net, PayFlow Pro, or offline processing. If you select Authorize.net or PayFlow Pro, the system will automatically post to your Authorize.net or PayFlow Pro account. So it's going to take the money from the user's credit cards and post it into your checking account automatically. It also will set up recurring billing for those plans that you want to offer recurring billing on, which means every month it's going to hit your user's credit card for whatever the monthly plan amount is, and it'll notify you in another section of the admin interface if there's a problem with if there's a problem with the charge. Let me show you what the rest of these are for. PayPal, you have to have a PayPal account authorized for Express Checkout, and this puts the money into your PayPal account. BillMe is a special built-in payment gateway for people who want to bill their customers. So if you select the BillMe payment gateway, then down here you'll get another option that says Bill Me Later, and if the user can select that, and then in that case it authorizes his account immediately, sends you a note that you need to bill this guy, and that's how that works. Offline credit card processing is what we have turned on for this demonstration. Offline credit card processing accepts credit cards and verification numbers if you've asked it to accept verification numbers. Sometimes you don't have to, and you can turn that on and off right here. So offline credit card processing will not automatically charge the credit card. Instead, it transmits the credit card information to you, but it does it in a PCI compliant way. I can show you how that works if you want. Let's look at the order screen. This is the screen that has the orders in it. Let's look at one that I just ordered, this one. This is the order screen. The order screen lists everything that happens that needs your attention. If it's a cancellation, if it's an order, if it's an offline order, it'll show up here. And you can click it as paid and enter an authorization code and then click Update. Offline processing, let's see, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me explain what offline processing is. Let's get back over here. Payment gateway. Offline processing is in case you want to manually enter all these orders. For example, we have customers who use a payment processor other than Authorize.net or PayFlow Pro. In that case, we don't support it yet, but you still want to accept credit cards, so you'll select the offline credit card processing, and then you'll manually enter the card number into your terminal or into your virtual terminal. And here's how you get that info. When offline processing is active and you get an order, the order will show up on this screen. And as you can see, the credit card number is not complete because according to PCI regulations, we can't store the complete credit card number. So we store all but the middle 8 characters of the credit card number online. And in the email that you get when the user signs up, we send you these middle 8. So all you have to do is go online and you just have to put the credit card number back together again and charge it. And that makes it all PCI compliant. And then when it's paid, you do this. You type your authorization code in and you type update. And at that point, there's nothing else to do to it. You've got the money. Okay, let's see. That was payment gateway setup. Any comments or questions so far? Here's how we set up plans. Now, you notice over here on the user view, this screen, this is the Buy Now screen that's populated automatically from the e-commerce plugin. All of these plans were set up in this screen, and here they are. This You can define a plan as being a trial plan, yes or no. You can call it, you can assign it a product type. It can either be a service plan, a product, or a service. So yes, this built-in shopping cart system can do things. It can sell products associated with online backup, and it can sell services associated with online backup. So, for example, you might have a service of going out to your user's site with a USB drive to do the first backup, and he might want to buy that. So you can call that a service and sell it to him right through here. This is where you input the plan name, and this is where you input the price. Here, let me click on something that's actually got a price so we can see. So this is not a trial. This is a service plan. It's 30 gigabytes for 30 days. It costs $10. The quota is 30 gigabytes. There's no payment term. If you enter a payment term here, monthly, quarterly, half-yearly, or yearly, the system will recur the billing. You can also assign it to a group account, and you can also assign the type of client that you want here. Wayne, do you have a question?
Yeah, I noticed that in the credit card gateway or the processing there, it doesn't look like it's a secure site. Is that true, or does it change when you actually install it?
This will, that you'll have to buy an SSL certificate. GoDaddy has for $29 a year. Right. And the demo that you're looking at does not have one installed. But when you buy this and install it, you'll want to install that certificate. The installer for the e-commerce plugin will install a self-signed certificate for testing.
Oh, okay.
And then you'll just have to overwrite that. It's pretty easy to do.
All right.
Okay, good, thanks. Let's see. All right, in addition to that, you can customize the database. You can create new plans. You can create any number of plans you want here, and they all show up over on this this screen right here. Now, do you have to use this screen? No, you don't have to use this screen. You can use your own website because, look, each one of these items has a link associated with it. So if I've already got my own website and I want to sell these plans from the other website, notice in this box, when I scroll over the link actually shows up here. So if you take this link and put it on any other website and a user clicks on it, it'll come to the checkout form here, and you won't have to use any of this website.